And like along that note, like I know a lot of people ask this question, but it's really interesting, because like coming from the era that we know, like you were talking about the Lyricist Lounge, where you're actually going places and rapping and stuff like that. But ever since the internet, now it's a new way for people to have access to people and give access and distribute their music. But it's so many people doing it. So like what would be your advice to kids that are creative and want to be rappers and producers and stuff, of how they can be successful and break through the noise?
Yeah, if you're young and up and coming, you have a lot of time on your hands probably, depending on where you are. Because I know that stage when I was maybe 16, 17, depending on where you are, you got a lot more time. You really just gonna have to stay putting out multiple projects like you've been doing, grinding and putting out project after project. And now, kids are putting out projects like maybe every month, maybe every year.
Oh yeah.
Right? When we came up, it was like one album every 2 years, So if you're younger, I would say do that route. If you're older too, you can go that route if you got time. But if you're older, I would say you might not have that much time responsibility-wise. So I would say be self-aware where you are really in your career. Because I've seen people invest in buying tons of records and vinyls, or investing in thousands of dollar videos and no views, or whatever the case may be. I think you got to be content with where you are in your career and say, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna press up 100, sell this 100 and flip this 100 and turn that from that 100 to 1,000, and gradually grow. Because you're older, so you might not have the million followers on there unless you've been staying on top of it. Some people may have, but like, we got families, we got things like that. So be very mindful of, don't over-invest in yourself.
Yeah, you gotta be realistic to a certain degree, even though you got like expectations too high, and then if you don't meet it, then you get depressed and all, so.
Yeah, man, I don't do anything like that. I try to keep it at a low level of, all right, we're gonna do a couple 100 here, and we know that when it's uploaded, it's gonna do enough downloads that the downloads will even offset what was invested into the CDs. And
right.
I still do CDs because when I tour, people want the tangible goods. Even if they're not going to play it, they just want me to sign it. They want something they can take.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not going to go out there. You're not going to see me press up 2,000 CDs. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I got a nice system I've been running for the past few years, ever since I put out my solos and so on. Thank God, I recoup every time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I stay in a certain measure amount of what I'm doing, and it recoups every time. And I'm able to split the money with whoever, and we all get money every time a check come in. I'm able to split the check. So I'm realistic about where I'm at, and I think you got to be realistic of where you at with your age and where you are career-wise, and do it like that. And like I said, for the young guys, younger girls, just stay prolific, because that's kind of your race right now, is really against a lot of other people that's just uploading every second, every minute, every month, every this and that.
Right.
So if I was that age, 16, 15, I'd be doing the same thing. I would be recording. I got a mic right here. You know what I'm saying? I would be constantly putting out stuff. But I recognize that's not my race. You know what I'm saying? I'm content.
Yeah, you don't have to do that now. You got your back catalog and stuff.
In general, knowing like I'm gonna do a quality album that will buy me another year or two with another album, put a book out. I gotta control what I'm doing. I want to be on panels. I want to be a poet, maybe a poet laureate flown in to do public speaking. So my view is making sure I'm growing with my art and my capabilities. And when I can, I'll do what I can. But understanding where I am and growing is what I would say.
And I think you kind of just then got into answering my next question, but like, you know, we talked about a lot of different things about the Lyricist Lounge, the Lyricist Lounge show, your music and film and TV and everything, your book. So what's next for Wordsworth? What, you know?
Yeah, what's next for me is the second volume of the book. Another album. I got a couple albums I'm working on right now simultaneously with different people. And then, man, me and Superstition got an album.
Oh yeah, Superstition for NC, yeah.
Yeah, me and him got something going on. And then I wrote a musical. That's really one of my next things. So it's kind of like,
awesome.
Yeah, I got a musical that I've written.
You got a title?
Yeah, I got all of that pretty much. I got half of it in my phone to listen to, like I could play it. Type vibe. That's how far I am with it. People probably think. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want you to spoil it if you don't have to.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I say that because sometimes I'll be like, I got a musical written, and then people just kind of like, all right, well, it's just written there, sitting there. Nah, it's like I'm building it and recording it, the songs, so that way when it's time to do auditions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm visualizing these steps, so it goes from the book. Then I do a musical, then the musical goes to stage, and then the stage goes to theater and all these things. But the one thing I've learned about being successful, to be successful, focus on your objectives, not the goal.
Could you break that down? What do you mean by that?
Right, so if I want to eventually have a full-blown movie, right, in a movie theater, I got objectives I need to get to and accomplish first before the movie.
Okay.
Some people just want to do the movie and then they're like, I got a script, and then they keep trying to bump into people to get the script, but they don't do anything in between to say, okay, I'll do this and then I'll do that and do this and then it'll lead me to that. So if you think about if you look at video games, you can't get to the boss without finding the sword. You can't.
Yeah.
Right? You got to find all these things before you get to the boss.
So you got to have you got to have a plan in place of how you're going to reach the goal.
Yeah,
instead of
a lot of people like to, quick hustle. Yo, I'm trying to put this album out. All right, so then it's like, word, okay, cool. So did you do this? Nah, I didn't do that yet. Did you even get your BMI ASCAP together? Nah, I just been putting stuff out on the internet. Yo,
none of the steps.
None of the steps. So that's a key I run by in my class, heavy. Like, they be like, cause they're like, I want to do this. I'm thinking about, putting music under it later on. I'm like, all right, yeah. But, if you have nothing done, how can you put music under something? You don't.
Yeah.
Like, the kids are like, so many, they're like, I'm working on music for my video. I'm like, yeah, you're working on music for nothing. You don't have any video to work on music for. So you have this, you're already at the end. You don't even have a video. So
yeah.
What are you gonna do? Waste 3 classes of working on a beat, and then in about 2 or 3 classes, I gotta give you a grade for your video? That makes any sense. You gotta get this video done, then we put some music on it. So I always tell them, like, I'm a first thing first person. Like, so I just gotta help them with it. I love when we go through that process to help them with logical order of how to get the things done. That's very big in school, teaching them that logical order. And I think that's what's helped me be super successful. Because as a rapper and as an artist, I'm all over the place. As a teacher, I gotta have some type of structure because there's 180 other people depending on me. But as a rapper, I'm waking up when I want. I'm like, yo, it's 12 in the afternoon. Where the studio at? Yo, I'm about to go eat. Yo, I don't know. I might stay up till like 4 in the morning. I just came home. You all over the place, scatterbrain.
Yeah. So let me ask you, like, do you write your goals down? Like, for the different things that you want to do that you told me about?
My things in the to-do list on my notes, and I got the little bubble next to it. Hit it when it's checked off, when this is done. So I have my stuff written down, and then I manifest it by doing it. So like the book is done.
Right.
Now I know I got to do book 2 because I put volume 1 on there. I did that on purpose, hold myself accountable for volume 2. You know, one is on it, so that means there got to be a volume 2 for myself. So accountability is big too. If you want to be successful, find a partner that's going to hold you accountable.
Yeah, that's true too. That's good advice.
Right, Monev, I just met you, right? But if you say your words, I'm working on the album, and then I don't speak to you in a year, and then it's like, yo, what's up with the album? You're gonna be like, man, I done did this and this and that. You done ran off in a way like we never spoke in between. So the album, right? For me, I have those guardrails up, because when I say I'm doing something, I say it to somebody, I hold that in high regards that they're waiting for me to bring. So you gotta find a partner. One of my other things is finding a virtual partner, which is Facebook for me. I'll post on Facebook working on a book. Now people are like, with a book. So then I gotta respond. I'm up to this part with the book. So those are my virtual people that hold me accountable. Find somebody that can hold you accountable. Set a deadline, and then find somebody you can, when that deadline come up, yo man, I'm only up 2 songs in, but at least you're getting, all right, well 2 songs, that's good. Send those 2 songs, yo. So let's try to get try to get 4 by next week, right? If you think about that on a grand scale, even if you look at Kobe, LeBron, and all that, they got coaches, they got people holding them accountable, man. Accountable.
Yep, coaches, their fellow players, like, you know. I really appreciate you saying that, man. Like, you know, because that's helping me, and I'm sure that is helping people out there too. You know, that like you can have all these ideas in your mind, but then you got to write it down. You got to get it on paper. Decide when you're gonna do it. Like, you know. So
accountability is a key to being successful, and you have to know that you can't account for yourself all the time. I feel like I'm in a groove that I can account for myself. But I do like to share my stuff with my friends. Like I got songs here that my friends have heard, and they give me that, yo, that's fire. Yo, you need to finish that project. Word. Boom. Let me go finish that. So you got to find those people and keep your circle with positive energy of people like that. So everybody I'm around is on that vibe. They're gonna, yo, that's fire. You finishing that? What's up with that? Yo, you sent me a song 3 weeks ago. What's up with that project? Word. Yeah. I'm almost done. I'm almost about to send you the rest. You know, as you get older, you start losing that. Because remember, everybody gets older, coming adults and kids.
Right.
So you doing the album, but y'all ain't checking on the album no more. It's more like, yo, so what's good? We going on the trip? Where we taking the kids? I'm checking in on you about family. I'm not checking with you on the album no more, because I'm not even on the album vibe no more.
Right. I know exactly what you mean.
Right?
I feel you.
Yes, you gotta find people that's in that circle, or even if, yo, this is the deadline for the project. Word, you gonna do it? Yeah, it's my deadline, yo. You know, throw it out there to people that will hold you accountable, man. If you want to be successful, I'm telling you, man. You'll hold yourself accountable for your job because your boss says it's due by next week. But then your own self and your stuff that you do personally at home, you just chilling. So don't work hard.
Right, that makes no sense
at
all.
So don't hold yourself. Don't work harder for somebody else that when you won't work as hard for yourself, man. And that's whole nother thing, man. I'm not going for days about this, but it's real.
Most definitely. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man, hard every day, waking up, working, and it's dope that you have a job and everything. But then, you know, you got your own personal things that you're just as talented, if not more talented, than where you at or whoever. And you just be like, I'm chill on my stuff.
Yeah, it's good about going hard. You know, that's the way I feel. You know, trying to go hard for what I, you know, believe in and what I want to do, because, you know, I still work a 9-to-5 job, but, you know, while I'm on the job, I'm still thinking of ideas, you know, about different things about hip hop, you know what I'm saying, and how I'm gonna put things together. So, you know,